Thanks.
All right, moving on, a marketplace for home loans. Ambak secured an investment of $7 million in a funding round led by Peak 15 Partners. The Fintech expects the recent fundraise to enable it to expand their operations across 35 cities and serve 1 lakh customers. That's not all. It also aims to cross the $1 billion in disbursement mark in FY26. This one-year-old company has managed to serve 15,000 plus home buyers and will serve an additional 35,000 plus customers. Joining me now to discuss the future course of action for the company is co-founder and CEO Raghuveer Malik. Raghuveer, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us, on Startup Street. Like I mentioned, you started Ambak only a year ago. If you could sort of take us through what made you embark on this journey of starting Ambak and what was the gap that you saw in the market?
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me on your show. Look, we're a bunch of people who have worked in financial services businesses and attacked problems related to digital distribution as well as digitization of processes from multiple angles. So my co-founder was the CTO at FreeCharge before this. My other co-founder was the head of offline business for Zest Money. I built a couple of businesses at PB Fintech before this. We embarked upon Ambak because of a simple reason. We knew that affordability of home loans is the key element stopping ownership when it comes to expansion of the mortgage industry in India. And we felt like there is a right time right now to build processes, digital processes, by integrating with the lenders on one side and by working with digital public infrastructure, both on the financial services and real estate elements on the other side, to be able to provide a customer experience which is differentiated and beneficial to the lenders that we work with. So yeah, so we had started Ambak with this simple goal in mind, to simplify home loans for each and every year.
Absolutely. So all of you coming with like a rich experience in the, fintech space. So as you pointed out, Ambak is streamlining the home loan process. So if you could sort of take us through what you have on offer, more importantly, the efficiencies you're bringing into this process. What's the kind of impact you hope to create?
Sure. So I think the biggest issue in lending today is the connection between 150 plus lenders on one end and customers who have different types of properties and income on the other end. What Ambak is trying to do is form the bridge in the middle. So essentially what we do is we understand the rule engines of the lenders. We have API integrations into several lenders in the country that we work with. On the other hand, what we also understand is how to integrate with fintech players as well as digital public infrastructure to be able to assess an income as well as property fundamentals of a customer to provide the right lending option to that customer. So by doing this, what we essentially impact, ma'am, is the conversion ratio. And by impacting the conversion ratio, on one hand, you impact customer experience. I don't need to go to 5 places to get one loan. And on the other hand, you impact the operating margins of a lender that, I don't need to process 5 cases to approve one loan. That's broadly what Ambak does sitting as a market.
Right. And, in just 12 months, you've served about 15,000 plus home buyers and signed an official partnership with the Delhi Development Authority, right? If you could take us through how you plan to grow this further and, is your model dependent on partnerships like the one you have with the Delhi Development Authority?
So I would not say it's dependent on any one particular authority, but I would say that end of the day, nobody goes to buy a home loan. People go to buy a home. People go to invest in a property. So the builder or the authority or the broker are the primary people associated with the customer trying to purchase the core asset. So to answer the second part of your question more easily, ma'am, we intend to ensure that we expand such partnerships across the country. The first part of the question in terms of how do we plan to grow this? So look, there are 3 elements to our growth strategy right now. Number 1 is providing the option at the customer's footstep. So essentially what Ambak plans to do in the next 1 to 2 years is to expand operations across 35 plus cities. The second element to our growth comes from remaining customer obsessed. What allowed us to get till here is what will allow us to get to the next step, which is ensuring that our loan comparison tools, regional languages, AI bots are improving, day by day. And the third element is to co-create products with the lenders to ensure that we are in a position to provide products that customers demand at the right time, at the right place. So that's broadly how we plan to expand from here.
So that's how you get to the next stage of growth. And I'm assuming that's also how you're going to spend the $7 million that you've raised at this point, right?
Absolutely. I think look, this the way that we look at this industry is that unsecured lending, insurance, and these are sectors that we've been associated with as founders and leadership team for a decade plus, have seen a revolution when it comes to customer experience and banking operating margins, right? The same has not happened in secured loans. So Ambak intends to invest a lot of money on its AI bots, on its AI agents, right? On building regional languages tools, on ensuring end-to-end processing engines in alliance with the lenders that we work with. So yes, we do plan to invest money in geographical expansion and technology buildups.
Right, absolutely. And if you could just in 10 seconds tell us what are the revenue targets you have for this year?
So we intend to disburse about $1 billion plus of home loans. I think the way that we look at it, our revenue model is to make a commission from the lenders, right? Based on the number of customers that we bring them. What is more important for us, ma'am, though, is to ensure that our customer NPS remains at phenomenal levels. And we are able to ensure a conversion ratio, which is better than what the lender can get if they were working with a traditional distributor in the market. And these are the two goals that we aspire for over the next year to 2 years.
Right. All right, Raghuveer, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We're completely out of time, but we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you very much for having me.
On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up next, property title search engine platform Landdeed backs $5 million in a Series X round led by 10X Founders Fund. We put its co-founder and CEO on the hot seat to know more about the company's growth plans. Stay tuned.